Get up, soldier. Scrub the bloody muck from your eyes. For the love of the Empire, get up!
These are the first words you hear, echoing in your mind as you crawl out of a pit of corpses. Dazed and confused, you quickly come to your senses and realize that the voice you're hearing isn't your imagination. It's real. And it's Napoleon. Valor Mortis is a Souls-like made by One More Level, the same people behind Ghost Runner, and it's a game that I love, with it only being a demo. Taking place in Napoleonic Europe, you play as William Dowsett, an Englishman in the French Foreign Legion, and you died. Or at least, you should be dead. You didn't just wake up in a pit of corpses mistaken as dead, you were killed, and then resurrected by the same thing that is fueling Napoleon's army, Neptoglobin. Neptoglobin is this strange crimson substance seen almost everywhere, covering both the terrain and enemies alike. We see it solidify and create structures for us to navigate destroyed cities and blocking routes, creating barriers and puzzles to solve. It's also where we gain new abilities to wield it to our advantage against the mutated hordes we face. Mutating everything it touches, most turn to zombie-like creatures mindlessly swinging their blades at anything or repeatedly shooting their rifles into corpses that have long since expired. Some will mutate even further, like my favorite enemy design, the Howler. At first glance, it looks like a man wearing a bearskin hat pacing the battlefield, but upon closer inspection, it's now the maw of a beast, resembling a dog more than a man. We see men fused together, creating large monstrosities like the Grenadier with a large grotesque arm for lobbing grenades and melee combat. Or like General Lothair.
What the bloody hell is that?
Now being the size of a building with multiple corpses attached to him, and extra arms to fire a volley of pistols, and even gaining a larger, more grotesque arm for the second phase of his fight. With few getting lucky that their mutations benefit them without causing drastic changes, like the walking anomaly that is the player character or the manufactured strength of the Relentless, aka the Volunteer Brutes. Yes, you heard that right, some of these are manufactured. Everything about this apocalypse was manufactured and planned by Napoleon for his conquest of Europe. We see this as early as the reveal trailer, where a member of the Eternal Guard, dying and surrounded, crushes a flask of this unknown crimson substance. It immediately transforms into a large mutated monster. Our first interaction in-game with Neptoglobin is with a healing flask. After taking a fall off a bridge, our first response is to crush a flask of this 19th century Baja Blast and immediately continue on our journey. We don't check our wounds, make a comment about what just happened, or even question where this flask came from and what it does. Almost like we've done this before. After that, we keep finding tools filled with Neptoglobin, like a revolver that has a giant vial of it right in the back of it that we use to harvest more Neptoglobin from our enemies, along with syringes filled with this stuff. We keep finding more of this stuff as we slice and shoot our way through the reanimated hordes, eventually running into the previously mentioned volunteer brutes. The manufactured elites of the Eternal Guard, legions of volunteers try to join their ranks, and only a few are actually brought to their secret training facilities, with the devs making multiple comments saying that these enemies are infused with Neftoglobin, causing them to become towering monstrosities wielding great swords with ease. And looking at them, they're covered in pins and nails in what looks like an attempt to control the mutations brought on by the arduous process to create these things, with some of them needing their weapons to be physically attached to them. With the upside of gaining inhuman aggression, speed, and strength, these monstrosities have earned their title of Relentless. All these marked with the same mysterious logo of the unknown Nefetis Division and the insignia of the Empire. And then there you are, an anomaly compared to everything. The brutes are an attempt to make Nefto-infused soldiers with surgical precision. The Eternal Guardsmen have Nefto-filled flasks that they use in emergency and last-ditch scenarios to keep serving the Emperor, but you, the Neftoglobin has bonded to you, and you can wield it to your whim without becoming a grotesque abomination. You have enhanced mobility, reflexes, and durability, all while still being human, with the most unique part being that whenever you die, the Neftoglobin keeps bringing you back as you wake up next to these strange hourglass-shaped lamps, with the first person you meet unaffected by this plague, seemingly able to move around without being affected by the plague or the many monstrosities it has created.
May it serve you well. Wait, I see the light of a man in your eyes.
I still hold on to that belief, yes.
I do hope you're not a thief.
Is that meant to be an insult?
An insult? No. This is no place for... It is a simple warning. Do not meddle with my work. Especially when you have already seen its benefit. The light in those lanterns. It is of my own design.
I have 1,000 questions.
This is no time for... You have the look of a man in a rush. Some things we abandon are best left to rot. My advice, soldier? Your commander is your best hope. Find him. Soldiers should stick together. Before you march on, rest a moment. The lantern's glow offers a brief respite. Be wary on the road ahead.
And all this was from a demo on the Steam Next Fest, with the devs extending the demo by an additional 2 weeks because of the popularity of it. But hey, I'm H. Consider subscribing.